Hi guys, welcome back to SimUK and Day of Infamy. So guys, since I last spoke to you about 5 hours ago, I noticed that the version number has increased. There's been an update already, and this is fantastic. It seems like the developers are jumping on bugs and issues as quickly as they come in. Got a lot to show you in this episode. Lots of good things, mostly good things, a couple of bad things. Well, nothing really bad actually, just a few things that I've noticed, some stuff that I've experienced. Predominantly good. If you're a fan of World War II genre, if you will, then you'll like this game. You will like this game. The team aspect and the way the maps are laid out, it's just superb. There are quite a few maps, more than I realised. I thought there were 4. I think I'm up to maybe a count of about 8 now, but I'll go into that in more detail later. I did promise you guys some barrage, and oh, there's plenty of barrage. I try to get in and amongst it so you get a really good view of it and see what it's like. Sometimes I got too close. You'll see that too. Yeah, it's looking really good. It's looking really good for an alpha or beta or whatever stage we're at the moment. And let's sort of just take a look and see what kind of game footage I could muster. So I jumped straight back in this time. No issues with finding a server. Straight into a game. Absolutely no issue at all. The map which I'm playing on is called Comancio, and is based again in Italy. Seems like Italy is the location of choice for this particular game. Now, I've never seen this map before, I've never played on it before, so it wasn't very clear where I was meant to be going, where I could be going. For instance, that chap there, I didn't know if he was American or German, whether I should shoot him or not, so I chose not to shoot him, obviously. Anything like that. Where the danger was, I basically sort of went for it. And one thing I do like about this is you can get up onto the rooftops. This is a lovely map. This is exactly what we want for a World War II shoot 'em up. There's a bridge. We got a bridge moment. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. Saving Private Ryan all over. Absolutely wonderful. Just got to watch out for those snipers. Looking at it from a first ever go, this is far more urban, much closer knit, but in all honesty I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing, what to be looking out for, or even which direction the enemy is generally coming from. But here on the bridge, obviously it's a bit more straightforward, and you'll get to see your first barrage. Now, I took it upon myself to crawl straight into it just to see what it was like. This is what the barrage looks like. Listen to the sound as they come in. Beautiful.
Jetzt kommt unsere Artillerie!
Yeah, I actually survived that, incredibly, but absolutely stunning. I'm sure that's going to improve over time. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a bit more smoke and a bit more debris and a bit more fieriness, for want of a better word. So yeah, there are a few issues. I'm using a controller, I don't know if that's evident or not. I did spend some time with the mouse and the keyboard, that seems to work perfectly well, but I actually prefer to play this game with a controller, and I've encountered quite a few issues with that. Certainly one key thing is the crouch and prone button doesn't seem to know what it's doing. If you slide, at the end of the slide you'll stand up, which is not good. When you're sliding for cover, you just kind of stand up at the end. There's a lot of issues around that. Whether or not that will be fixed soon, I don't know, or whether that's something that you'll need to fix yourself, I don't know, because I know certainly that Insurgency 2 did not officially cover controller support, and I get the impression that this is going to be the same. So despite my earlier point about being able to connect almost immediately, there were a number of timeouts, and I was kicked from the server. Basically, I don't know if it's the game or whether it's the new router I've just installed. It's going to take a bit of time to figure that out. Now I'm hoping it isn't my router, but I'm also hoping it isn't the game. My instincts are that it is the game, but I can't possibly categorically say one or the other. And what seems to happen, as you saw earlier today, is that when you go back to the main menu, there are no servers to rejoin, so you have to restart the game. That being said, this is an alpha beta testing early access game, so these kind of things happen. Incidentally, I joined the battle on the opposite team and we actually ended up winning. Now, I'm not saying that that was instrumental of my gameplay, but I'm certainly hinting at it. Jokes. Okay, so this is a great game. I mean, it really is. It's got so much potential, and some of the maps are wonderful. I'm really enjoying it. I like being forced into 1940s era of army weaponry. The limitation they had in terms of ammunition and grenades and whatnot. Absolutely superb. Makes the game more interesting, and I don't know, I might be talking rubbish, but it feels to me like it increases the teamwork and the camaraderie because of that. It's you're unlikely to go and take out a 15-strong team with this weapon, to be perfectly honest with you.
We got it. Same.
For those of you old enough to remember Medal of Honor Allied Assault, this next map is going to be great for you. It is called Dog Red, and it's effectively exactly the same approach, except now you've got humans firing at you, and more often than not they're incredibly accurate. This is a really tough map. The way this has been set up, this has come straight from the developers, is that there's a high rate of turnover because the number of deaths are high, as you would expect. It's really difficult to take this map if you're coming from the Allied perspective, but that's brilliant. I think that's fantastic, because if it was too easy, A, it wouldn't be realistic, B, it wouldn't be any fun, and I just think it's fantastic. When you take it, there is a sense of achievement here. There are some caveats to that. One of the key things I dislike about not just this game but Insurgency 2 are the fog. There's a fog of war, and there are areas where you can't go, and I hate that. I know it's there to protect players so you don't just get spawn killed, but I have played on maps where this particular map, in fact, had no restrictions whatsoever, and when you're on that boat waiting for the door to drop and you've got machine gun shells hitting the inside, outside, killing the men next to you, I tell you what, that's far more fun and far more realistic than being able to run 20-30 yards before they can actually start firing at you. That being said, this is a very tough level, and you really need a full server for this to be maximum fun, because it's so difficult. If there's just 5 of you, the snipers just pick you off too easily, I think. You need to almost overrun them. Another thing I'd like to see is if the defensive team have 25 reinforcement teams, then I think you should just both start with 25 reinforcement teams, and if you can't force through the beach and all the way to the end with the same amount of reinforcements as them, I think that would be better than starting with 7 and then if you complete that you get another 7. I'm not really taken with that. I'd really like to see that change, or at least have the capability of running a server where you could make that decision. Just to note, unlike the Medal of Honor Allied Assault game, the explosions that you see, the artillery that you see coming in, will kill you. That's exactly what that will do. It's not pretend, it's not for looks, that is deadly. It's just such a great level, and this map, I think, will make or break it, because if you don't like playing on this map, then you won't like this game. This map, for me, is what this is all about. So the final map I got to play on before my key ran out was Ortona, also based in Italy. In this particular level you'll find lots and lots of barrage, so if you haven't had your fill of that yet, stay tuned. Again, the map is well thought out, it gives a good balanced game, it's a good map and it's fun to play. But as my key has run out, I'm now faced with the option of buying this game, and currently on Steam this game is £15 with a discount for those of us who already own Insurgency 2, which is good. The issue that some people have, and I must admit has crossed my mind, is that this game is incredibly similar to Insurgency 2. It's almost just a reskin. There are a few new features, as you've seen, flamethrowers, the barrage, but it's kind of the same game overall. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know what you're going to get. You know you're going to get good gameplay, you know you're going to get good maps, and you know it's going to be fun to play. And it's going to have a lot of life to it. And also not forgetting that the imminent release of Insurgency 3 Sandstorm in sometime in 2017, it just feels maybe that the price of this is a bit too high for me at the moment. I'll be keeping a close eye for a sale where I'm getting something better than 15%, or for those of you who don't own Insurgency already, 5%. I think around the £10 mark, this is a great game. Certainly, you know, a no-brainer. It's so good, it's worth picking up at that price. When you sort of get to £15–20, you kind of want something a bit more. I don't know. I might change my mind on this. I'm really undecided. It's good fun. I've only had 1 day to play on this, but in the 1 day that I've had, I don't feel like it quite justifies the price. Now I know it's alpha beta and it might improve considerably over the coming weeks and months, and you know, if that's the case, then probably the price tag is justified. But right here, right now, as the game is today, I personally don't think I'll be investing. Also, there are other games to consider. I'm looking at Squad, which is a good sort of balance between Insurgency and Arma 3. It's kind of best of both worlds, if you will. You know, it is a competitor, and it is a good competitor. So I've effectively given you all the information that I can give you. I've compiled what I feel to be a good balance of gameplay. In no way am I insinuating that I've played well. I have focused mainly on just getting some decent footage of all the new features and the map and a bit of the gameplay. That's kind of been my main aim. I hope it's been beneficial to you. I've had some nice positive feedback from you guys, really appreciate that. If you like this video, please do hit the like button, it's so important. There's a small number of you who absolutely hate the video, and I apologise to you if that is the case. But if you don't have these videos giving you a first look, then like you can't take the time to make an informed decision, and that's kind of really all I'm hoping to produce for you in this instance. So for now at least, there won't be any more Insurgency Day of Infamy videos from me, but that in no way means that I feel this game is bad or not worth investing in, because it genuinely is. And if you're really into your World War II games, then you're not going to go far on this. It's so much fun to play, and I can guarantee that you'll enjoy playing it, having played it for just a single day. So pretty much that's all for me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy what you watch, please subscribe for more, and hopefully you'll come and join me again soon. Thanks very much for now. Goodbye.
Handgranat, nicht schießen! Hey, ich lade nach! Führungsstelle meldet! Nachladen! Jetzt geht's los! Schießt den Kopf und klein!
HQ reports the enemy is taking Able!
Please don't come on top of us. Please don't come on top of us. Please.
Throwing a frag! HQ reports the enemy is taking Able! Tossing a grenade here!